All right, all right. Hello, and how you be? All right, we got a little bit of a slight delay. Somebody rang me in, but I don't know who it is because I don't have my phone with me. Well, at least my main phone. Let me see if it's here. Well, I really can't tell. Let's see what this says. Oh, okay, I know what that is. All right. Well, yeah, I know. It's not one thing, it's another. Well, get on out of there. Hey, Rosemary. Hello, Linda. Okay. Well, technically, if I want to see my buddy at 10, I got a little less than an hour. I got 55 minutes. Can I do this in 55 minutes? Probably. Will it be done in 55 minutes? Maybe, but we'll see. Okay, this is, I would presume 12 by 16-inch canvas. I think this is probably maybe maybe the largest I can do with my little acrylic pour box that I can put in there, and I have room to do these type of pours. Okay. Anyway, this is obviously an acrylic pour, and it's one that kind of made its own self. So it really wouldn't be too much of a stretch to do this painting. All right. Okay. Everybody can hear and see me pretty good, right? I just need you to holler back at your boy. Today's just been one of those lazy days. Um, I didn't go anywhere today, but I went to sleep so late at night slash early morning that it kind of caught up with me. So I ended up sleeping mid afternoon to mid evening, which is never good for me. So let me know if you guys can hear me. I believe you guys can see me. But as you are writing back, we have on our lower left, right hand side, we got black, white, um, ultramarine, green. Thank you, Rosemary. A-OK. All right. And we got yellow ochre, which is pretty much almost the colors that are used here. So it will kind of blend a wee bit. Okay. I will attempt to bring this in a little closer to you. I think I made a joke on Sonia's. It must have been her stream or Bruce's, about a merman on top of a skull or the monster face. If you can't see it, well, the pour kind of drew itself. The merman is here. All right, you got two eyes, a bit of a nose here, and the mouth, which is like covered by flesh. Once again, not too much really to do with this. It practically drew itself without me really knowing it until I looked at it. Okay, and we're gonna use a series of smaller brushes to bring out what's already there. All right, so this is like an example of painting in reverse. So we're gonna bring out the shapes that are there. Okay, so this is gonna take a little bit of glazing and some clever highlighting, much smaller brushes. That's why I may have to zoom in for a little bit of this, and hopefully the the zoom will come in right. the downside of zooming in is that you may not see much of the palette for the color mixing. You definitely won't see my face because I'm going to put it on the other screen. Okay, and hopefully I can get this right and we can get started. Now I can see that my internet is acting a little squirrely. All right, I can see that. I see the little circle, but hopefully it's smooth for you guys, and maybe it's just acting up with me. I don't know yet until we get it going. All right, all right. Hey Tommy, I see you. Good to see you. Okay. All right. Well, that wasn't good. Let's try that again. Oh, no wonder I got it on caps lock. That's not good either. Oh, it's still on caps lock. Let's take it off caps lock, please. Yeah, I don't know why I did that, but it's all good. Put it on this. And let's bring this a little bit closer for you guys. Um, maybe I ought to put it regular before I do that. So let's zoom this in like that. Actually, I might be able to get away with it. Maybe just like that. I'll just slide the camera over a little bit. Maybe we can do it that way. I'm hoping we can do it that way, but we'll see. Let's try it. Oh, you guys aren't able to. Yeah, you guys are. No, you guys aren't. Let's try it this way. Maybe you guys can see it if I can slide it like that. Like I say, we're not going to do too much with it. I'm hoping that this will work for you guys. We're going to see right now. Okay. So that should bring it in, and we should be pretty good here. All right, and it should still. Hey, Madonna, it should still somewhat focus. I wanted to bring it in so you guys can focus in on this. Now, if you don't see the Mer-Man, okay, his head is a little obscured. All right, so I might have to create his head, but it's obscured pretty much. That would be his head there. It would be better if I did it with a brush. You can see my fat finger. All right, well, his head is around here, but there was his shoulder, there was his arm is folded. This is back, it here, and then his fin or whatever will be up around it in here, and I'll probably create a tail somewhere around here. All right, but it's hugging. There will be the top of the thing's forehead, the brow area, there are the eye sockets, a little bit of the nose, and there's the mouth. So you guys should be able to see that. And once again, hey Larry, what's going on? So once again, you should be able to see all of that. All right, all right. I'm definitely gonna need a brush a little smaller than this one, maybe. But let's try it like this. And I know you only see you only see about. Let's see. You should see. Is it the far side? No. Oh, you guys see it up here. All right. So maybe we can adjust that a little bit. Bring that downward. Well, you guys don't see too much of it, but you guys see more or less enough. As long as you get to see where I'm gonna probably mix that, we should be fine. All right, let's get some glaze going. Oh, well, The glaze is going to be tricky because this is already varnished, but we're going to make it work anyway. Yes, we will. We're going to take a touch of black. We'll bring this black out here like this. We're going to go into some water. Loosen it up a little bit. All right. All right. And what we're going to do is take this black and we're going to start to flesh out Mr. Demon a little bit. And it's just using gentle little shadows here. And I want it yet thin enough to where you still see some details. This isn't going to really be too long to do. And you'll see it starting to flesh out. You got to be a little familiar with the way this, even if it's a demon skull, okay, be a little familiar with how the face is shaped or the skull is shaped, okay. And since it's some kind of monstrosity, we can kind of get away with some things. All right, I'm gonna come under here. We can get the bridge of the nose. And all it is really is just shadowing. All right, and we're gonna come here and get that jawline just like that, just enough where you can kind of see it. We'll get a little peek here, and we'll put in his outline of his jaw there. There's the lower cheekbone. There's the eye socket. Here's the bridge of the nose. We'll give it a little curve here. All right. And if you know where you're going, okay, just concentrate on that. Here's the other part of the nose here, little shadow. All right, I'll put its nostril around in here. We'll deepen this like that. Outline his other part of his skull. And we're gonna come around here and go straight down. Get that a little bit stronger. A little more paint than water. Just like that. Okay. I'll put the shadow right in here. I'm working with what I'm looking at here. We can fade a little bit of that out. Let's get a little more black. Again, I don't have to really work super hard for this because everything's already there. Hopefully, as I'm doing this, you guys can start to see what I'm seeing. Love to see what you're painting, Fatima. You know, you're more than welcome to post on my Facebook wall if you're so inclined to do so. I would love to see it. Once again, we'll slowly flesh all this, um, all this out. All right. Don't worry to come back. All right, we're back. Okay. What I'm going to do is slowly bring out the eye socket there. Like I say, this painting pretty much draws itself, so it's kind of fun. I'm going to be using the script liner here. I'm gonna have to put a little bit of white into this blue. You guys might not see it. Yeah, you guys barely see it there. I'll bring it right here. A little touch of blue in that. A touch of white in that. All right. This seems like it might work. And I'm gonna have the creature look up at the merman. All right, we'll start with this eye here. We'll do it halfway. Okay. Um, Something like so. All right. So once I get it done here, you guys will be able to really understand. If you don't see the face, you'll see it soon. And like I say, this guy is looking up at him. I like, see, there's this little piece of skin thing going on there. So maybe I can play into that. Maybe. If not, I'll do it this way. Once again, I don't really have to do too much for this because everything's already there. All right, so I think you guys can kind of see that already. All right, let's take some black. I'll work on the little stone creature here because it is really easier to do so. Okay. I'm going to darken in the little pits of the eyes. It just brings out that blue. And I'm going to accentuate that little skin flap that the pour made. Right in there. Okay. Okay, you guys are starting to see things now? Yes? Okay. A little bit of water. Just whiten in that iris a little bit. We'll round it a little bit more. Here, it brings out the eye. And I'm only drawing a quarter of the iris. Some of it's hidden by the lid or the upper brow. Okay. See that? All right. Okay. The Elephant Man, huh? Let's see if I can pump up the audio a little bit. I don't want. Whoops. I didn't want that. Let's get that out of there for a second. All right. Okay. That should be a little bit better. I see I'm getting a little trouble with the internet. Is it still stuttering and acting a little crazy? Let me know. Talk to me. I can keep it right there. That should be okay for you guys. No problem. Now there's a little bit of delay on my end for the actual live stream itself, but that's all right. As long as it's not acting, as long as it's not too disturbing for you guys. Now, his mouth has got that same flab of skin, okay, right up in here, and I'm gonna play with this. Because once again, this has done it all for me. But I am going to deepen up little bits of it. And I'm looking at my large screen also. But now you guys see what I'm talking about. I can do the underneath of the lips here, right? But I can shade it. I can wipe it away, make it really smooth. Okay, or I can have it come down a little bit and just drag it. I only want to put the black where it's absolutely needed. Like so. I can give him a nostril right here. Have it come to a nice little point. Like that. So now I got a nostril. A true nostril here. Alright. Now you can see the nostril. Okay. You see where the nose is here. Up under here is its shadow of the nose. Okay. Once again, I don't have to overdo it because it's already done for me. You follow me? And, since we're having a good time here, I can accentuate still some more right around here on the edge, right there, where his cheekbone is, and just have it kind of fold downward. So it just shells out his face a little bit more. Okay. Now, for a guy like myself who um, is really into creatures and characters and monsters and stuff, why do not why don't I paint them enough? Well, quite frankly, it's not really much. I mean, unless it's a special niche of some sort, there's really not much of a need for it, you know. Okay, but that's why I really don't do too many of these. You know, unless somebody's really willing to purchase them, if you know, I have a better chance of, you know, selling the flowers or the flower animal mixes or, you know, things like that, occasional seascape or whatever. But stuff like this is kind of a special, kind of a niche thing, difficult to sell. But once again, I don't have to add much to this because it's already done for me. All I did was accentuate and bring out what's already there. You follow me? Now, for those of you who are watching this, you would probably never know that that was hidden in there like that. But it was. It was right there. Okay. It definitely was right there. All right. Let's see if I can get away with it with this thicker round brush. All right, let's start with, we'll start with a little bit of the shadow work for the arm. Underneath the arm is the tricep here. So here's the merman's elbow right in there. Then start with his tricep. His back is actually right here. Okay. It's fairly dark in here. His rib cage is there. And once again, it's just to add that shadow to him to form his shape right there. His arm, be careful. Let me use a thinner brush for this. I'll use a script liner. Just a touch of water. Really, it's a dance between this thicker paint and that water, because if you use too much water, it will just bead up on you and be useless. Okay. Bicep is here. All right. The guy's shoulder is right here. Yeah. Mike will be on in 30 minutes. Much like this. And then I can really form the rest of them whatever I want. But you can see now the forearm, the tricep, the bicep, the shoulder, which is coming up, his shoulder muscle right up in here, going up to his neck. His back is up around in this area here. Okay, his back is in there. All right. Okay. So hopefully you guys starting to see some things there. All right. Well, we'll use this. We'll use the blue. Let me get some white. And we'll just highlight once again. We'll just highlight what's there. Can you? Yeah, you guys can see that fairly well. That's cool. That is cool. Might need to be a little brighter than this, but I think I can get away with. No, it can be a little brighter than that. Okay. We'll twirl this around. Once again, I don't have to do much. All right, because we'll just put highlights on him and soften it a little bit. And what I'll do is it'll kind of highlight the muscle groups. And we're gonna highlight the muscle groups like so. Okay. Um, let's get a little bit more. We'll loosen it up with a little touch of water. Right in here. If I can get away with it, I'll put his little backbones in here. Definitely a fantasy painting. Highlight his one here, and he's got one coming down his back. Then you got the other muscle group in here. I'll just fade it a little bit. So you pretty much get this. Oh man. Somebody's ringing me. Can you guys even see that far? I thought you guys could. I don't think you guys can. So what I'll do is I'll bring it down a little bit. I thought you guys could see it. You can't. That's my fault. I apologize. Let me unlock it. Let me drag it down a bit. So you guys see what the heck I'm doing. That's my fault. I do apologize for that. Alright. You guys should be able to see it now. I'm sorry, Larry. I thought it was. I'm looking at the wrong screen. But hopefully by the time. Now I can't see it. Oh, Marilyn, you'll be alright. You'll be alright, Marilyn. I'm sorry you guys couldn't see that much of it. Hopefully I straightened it up a little bit for you guys. That was my fault. I apologize. That was my fault. But now you can pretty much see where I'm getting at with this fella. Okay. And what I'm gonna do is backbone. So his actual shape, I'll probably brighten that up a little bit. I think that might have been Larry rigging me. My phone, my main phone, is sitting over there. No, that's somebody else. As I'm doing this, come around in there. I'll keep it relatively dark, but I'm gonna put his scales in there. Let me flesh out where his. I'm gonna have to bring it out a little bit. Let's see if I can zoom out from here like that. Because I know if I do that on this main camera, it's a different look. Yeah, I should be able to get away with that a little bit from what I'm looking at here. Okay, he's right here. All right. Oh no, I wouldn't. I would have to raise it. I would have to lower it down a little bit for you guys. No, I'll do it this way. It's actually safer to do it this way. I don't know why I was doing it that way. I think we're unlocked here. I'll just raise it up a bit and move it toward over there. All right. There. You guys should be able to see it now. Okay. What I'm going to do, what I'm envisioning right now is his tail and how I want to put it. All right. Screen. Oh, you're funny. Let's get his, we'll do this. Right up here where I think the light will catch. I think I'm somewhat close enough for you guys to check this out. Well, no, I'm not. Let's zoom in a little bit. That's about as far as I can zoom in for you guys. And still have it in focus. I'm gonna go in between. I have to water it up a little bit. I don't want to water it up too much. Just need it just wet enough. And as I'm doing this, I can go into my shading, and I'll highlight a few of these, get them to look kind of circular. A lot of this is image, so we're gonna keep it moving here. And I will, once again, I'll highlight a few of these, and you'll see I'll round things off. Get a little bit of white, contaminate it, and a little touch of water there. And wherever I want it to be a little brighter, that's where I'll put it. So I have it up around in here. The fishy scales up and around there. Yes. And you finally figured it out, my brother. Yeah, it's a guy. It is a merman. Oh yeah. Surprise, surprise. It is a merman. We'll give him a little then that we'll lighten it up here. Okay. Well, can kind of continue that, give him a little bulkiness to his tail. And it will come around right in front of his face a little bit. And we're gonna curve him, and it just thins out like so. Okay. A little touch of white, a little bit more color. Because that's the one fin. The other fin is here. Right there. Fin comes here. It'll make sense in a second. We're gonna have it flesh out right here. Okay. as you guys are checking this out, I know it's just below where you guys can barely see it down there. But I'll adjust it. Right now I'm filling out the color. His little slippery thingies are, she will come to a point there because it's on the opposite side. Like that. Okay. We're going to keep the same color. This is on the far end here. Right in here. It will be detailed. I'm just fleshing out the color a little bit. Okay. Actually, I'll make a little trail tail there. Like that. Give it the appearance of it being a little longer. Alright. Get a little bit of white. That might work. Right up on the top here. A sense of direction here. I just dropped my I just dropped my brush. It rolled right out of my hand. Thanks, Marilyn. I'm not very happy with my internet stopping like this. Every once in a while, it does this. Like I say, we've got snow and we got all sorts of stuff happening, and we have boy, it's way behind too. The lag is got it way behind at times. Incredible. Let's brighten that up a little bit more. And it also brings the Mer-Man out a little bit there. Let's brighten it here. Just like that. We'll bring him out like that. Okay. All right. A little touch of water. We're gonna. Let's do it this way. Let's get a bend. It's not bright enough. Of course, it's not bright enough. Now that I'm painting on top of acrylic now, so it can be a little more watery. I'm going to get a little bit of the deeper aquamarine. We'll create little pockets of darker membrane between the brighter areas there. Kind of guide it around. Yeah, I know. Another 30 minutes passed. I'll wait. Okay, we're back. Now, since I have the acrylic paint on there, okay, once again, I can do certain things with it here. Okay, we're good. We're cool. I don't want all of them to be better to do it this way. Then bring it outward. Okay, just like that. I'm gonna get a little touch of black. Put it into this ultramarine. It's just to darken the ultramarine a little bit. Get some water. We'll come here and we'll deepen it all the way on this side like this. On this one, we'll just darken it like that. And we'll do it this way. We're doing it the opposite way. Now I can add as much water as I feel I need because I got a coating here now. The Mer-Man I knew was going to take a little bit more time. The face wasn't. The Mer-Man was a little more involved. There we go. We'll go that way with him. Okay. All right. Let's take our some water, a little bit of black, shade it out a little bit because the acrylic dried already, and we'll accentuate a nice little bottom. See this? See how that works? See that? You give a soft edge, it rounds him out. I don't need that guideline anymore. Just like that. All right. And to have it match a little bit, you add that black right in there. So now it becomes one. You're one with the fishy. And we'll add a little more shade here. And we'll let it kind of fan out like that. Okay. And if I don't want those too bluish, we can tone those down a little bit. Like that. Okay. So does it make a little more sense to you now? Okay. And since I got them up high enough, a little bit. Let's see what I can do for you guys. I can probably just raise it up a bit. Like that. We'll highlight. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of a dot. Highlight his musculature a little bit. Okay. It's just to highlight, like say, a little bit of his musculature. A little bit. All right. So now you see that the creature is taking a little more form to him. Okay. I can go back into a little water, just a little bit of black, and we'll shade, lightly shade his arm is there. Okay. Just a little bit of softness. It's starting to bead, but that's okay. It'll dry up. Here, around his back, that's a little bit too watery. It's starting to bead. It's okay if it beads. It's all right. There we go. And basically, it's just really just to highlight him a little more. There. And smooth it out. I think we're okay. We're all right in there. Let's get a little residual shadow in there. Bring that down. Okay. Like so. Or I have a little bit of that meat on his side come out more, so I will just darken it in there a little bit. Like that. Okay. As I'm looking at it, I did think about trying to put teeth in here. I think it needs it. I think Swamp Thing here is fine just the way he is. So don't try to push it. Basically, all right. Okay. Hello, Gretchen. How are you? Thank you, Gretchen. Appreciate it. What's going on, Rob? Oh no. Oh no, no. That's Sonia's territory. I'll let her own that one. Okay. His face is gonna be pretty much darkened and obscure. Okay. I don't think I'll add too much for his face. I'll get a slight somewhat representation of it, but it doesn't need to be really seen that much. I'll flesh it out. I'll darken it with the black. I'll see where I want to somewhat place his head. We're gonna see right now. Right now, it's just going to be a shape. Right there, put his nose there. Who knows how I'm gonna do it? I'll place his skull somewhere around in here. Now, why am I silhouetting him in black? Because whatever color I choose, which is gonna be that blue, it'll just be that much easier to form once I'm done with him. Okay. Okay. Actually, actually, I'll use this stuff to form his hair. Since his hair is all, I'll just form his hair this way. Okay. And I can, once again, I'll block it all in black, which means I'm gonna have to bring this up a wee bit. So let's do a little hocus pocus. Let's try that. Let's bring him down a little bit. So I'm gonna flesh out his hair. And I'm gonna have it go with the flow of the pour. Now Michael's on, so you guys might want to go see him. If you guys want to go see Mike, I'd rather, it's all good. What happened here? Oh, okay. Yeah, it is really, really falling behind here. Incredible how far back it is. I'll get a little bit of water, touch the black end, and then I'll put his hair in there. When I'm done here, I will go and say hello to Mike. I'll do it that way. So I already know which way I'm going to go with his hair. Just like that. Okay. I'll have his hair going that way. Because it goes with the flow of the pour. Looks like I still have to bring it down a little bit, and that's fine. There we go. Bring it right there. You guys really should see that. Now it should come into come to focus. I know connection to the server timed out. Hey guys, let me know if you guys even still see this, if it's coming in correctly, because I don't know yet. I'm gonna have to log out of my own stream here, not from OBS, but from my own page, and I have to bring it back up again. Because that way, even though it's a delay, it'll bring it a little more closer. All right, now on my phone here, I can actually get the mic and you say hello to him. Okay, thank you, Linda. I'm gonna say hi to Mike. Excuse me. All right. I know I'm here. Why? I think we're gonna just get something funny going on here. I think I'm behind by 26 seconds on the stream. All right. So let's get his. We'll do his skin. We'll put this ultramarine blue in there, and we'll get his skin. Oh yeah, I'm way behind because I'm ready to paint. Put his skin in, and this is now on the live stream. It's just now seeing me adjust everything. You can hear Mike just say hello. So hello. All right. Madonna's there, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. That's cool. I don't get all emotional about that. Everybody can see who they want to see. Hell, I want to see Mike paint. You know, I figured I'd be done with this. But as you can see, I'm not. But it's all, it is what it is. It's all good. Not the first time it's happened. Safe to say it won't be the last. All right, I'm gonna mix in a little touch of white just to brighten up his skin in certain areas. Okay, and use my finger. I'll shade it. Okay, and as long as I keep his, 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 his look, and all I need is a representation of his face, particularly the profile a little bit. Okay. All right. We're working it. We're working it. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm going to really take. I should wait till it dries a little bit, but we're going to work it this way. You're double dipping. Hey, I'm double dipping too. So I guess we're going to just double dip together. We're going to come here. Okay. I'm going to darken that in. Just like that. We got his hair in there. See that? Okay. Now we'll work with. I wish I could zoom this in for you guys. It's about as close as I'm getting. I just made it crooked. Just straighten that back up. Be a good boy. You turn the way I want you to turn. Oh, that's too much. Sorry. Too much. All right, and come back this way. Back. Do as I say. There we go. All right, you guys should see that. Even though I'm beating it half to death, I guess you guys should. Yeah. Okay. Let's go back to on this one. We'll go back to that. Okay. You guys still see it. Everything's still cool. This is the most important part right there. So you guys do see that. It's still in focus. All right. Okay, we're gonna go into this ultramarine blue-ish color. Now this is already dried. Okay. And there. We're gonna get his hair going. And we're gonna start in groupings. Let's start outside here. And we're gonna do like the letter, a whole bunch of letter S's. Like that. And this is one grouping, like so. Do not get all of the don't take get all of them. Don't destroy all your blacks. That helps add to the depth. All right, we're gonna return some of those blacks, but let me get the flow of his hair going here. All right, this is like my comic book art style coming out a little bit, and I'm doing them in groups. Okay, we'll start here. I'm gonna come here, the letter S again. It's all a series of the letter S's. All right. Once again, I'm getting the lighter hair going, and it looks like he's underwater because of the way I have the brush strokes going. We're going over here. I roll it up and get as much paint as I can on the brush, and come here. Okay. And once again, just concentrate on groupings. Concentrate on the groupings, like so. Hey, cat, how are you? Ah, copacetic. Ah, yes. More water. I know when I need more water because the paintbrush will start to stick and get caught up on the texture of the board. Okay, I'm gonna go a little brighter, so I want some highlights before I start going darker. All right, and I'll get the highlights coming like here in the middle, like in here a little bit. It's not bright enough. You always be surprised how much white you would need. Okay, now obviously I'm contaminating it with the blue green. You'd be surprised how much white you actually need. And it's a little game to play because you want it opaque enough, but you also want it fluid enough so you can add the strokes to it. Okay. And I just want them in certain areas. And it's starting to stick, so it needs to be watered down even more. If I don't like something, you got a few seconds and you can just get rid of it. Now, it was really acting up on you guys. It seems like I'm back. But I see my OBS. Well, it wasn't. It's not OBS. It's actually my internet. It's actually Spectrum doing it. Okay, now I can straighten some of all the. Well, the tangles don't look really too bad, but we can kind of guide where the path should go with them. I don't want to destroy everything. See, it breaks up a few of them. All right. So it's a gentle dance between everything. I don't have to overdo it. It's just to guide the hair. And keep in mind that this stuff will, even black, will dry out and flatten out a little bit. All right. I don't know why his whistling caught my attention. I know the man whistles. Hey, Tamzard, how are you? How are you? How are you? Good to see you. Well, Tamzard, I'm doing a man mermaid. It's almost done. It's almost done. My buddy Mike is on. I'm looking. That's the voice you hear if you hear it through the microphone. Okay. Also, I am painting on an acrylic pour, as you very well may probably know. Okay. I'm going to put a cheekbone on this guy, just like that. Color in the base of his neck there. All right. I'll even give him a little bit of a nostril. His brow is right here. Eye. Okay. Even a little bit of a mouth. Okay. Give him a little more of a hairline there. He shaded a little bit in there. Okay. All right. I kind of like. Okay, hold on. Let me do something here. I like where his hand. Yeah, you guys can see it. This because his hand is part of the. It's weird. Try to explain it. It's part of the pour. But let's add in at least the shape of at least a thumb at least, and we'll get something like that. We'll fade it out. Nah, I know it's a little dark. It's all right. I'll lighten it up. I just want to get a semblance of like that. Okay. And I'm incorporating the color into his hand there. All right. The color into his arm rather. All right. All right. All right. All right. I'm getting a little touch of water, some black. Fine tuning, fine tuning, fine tuning. The back of him here. And it's just to kind of bring out his little hairdo. So I'm darkening the area to where his hair is very coily, because I'm taking advantage of the dark that's in the pour. I'm just adding more layers of dark like that, just to bring out where his hair is, where he is, a little bit. And once again, I can bring this into the pour. People are still gonna think it's part of the pour anyway, if you do it correctly. Okay, I'm positioning myself. I'm looking to where everything is, so I don't make it too obvious that it's not part of the pour. And when you're doing with black and whatever, basically you just fade it out. Keep intensity, fade out the rest. Okay. Okay. You pick and choose where you want to go. Okay. Nobody will think that was part of the pour. That was actually part of the pour. Yes, it was. That is my story, and I'm sticking to it. People won't believe it, but you know what? They were part of the pour. Nobody's going to believe that this shape was part of the pour. At least that's just what I see within the shape. I guess I'll sign my name here. I do appreciate you guys coming to watch. I know it's a little bit on the late side. I just had one of those days. I could have done this much earlier in the day. I could have, but I didn't. There we go. All right. Now you guys don't see me doing this, but I'm gonna pan it out correctly. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, I can pan it out. So before I change the camera orientation, let's pull this back out a little bit. I think we're good. I just gotta raise it up a bit. Oh no! Opposite. Go down. Oh, we're almost right there anyway. Let me straighten it up. All right, I think that'll work right there. Okay, you want to be difficult? There. Whoops! I think I did that. Maybe not. Okay, there we go. There. I think I did it like that. I better stop playing with it. I think we're good. Don't worry. I'll switch it to where you guys can see it. I just want to make sure it's in focus. So you guys can see the whole thing. And in focus. All right. It looks like one of these album covers. But there you go. All right. That's what she looks like. Hopefully you guys can see that without too much weird interference going on. A little more what? Column or volume? What are you talking about? Is that a typo? Okay, I see it there. That's funny. Yeah, actually I could. Let's take a little bit of water. A little bit of black paint here. The only way you're going to really get volume is you're going to have to darken upper Let's see if I got enough. Yeah, up around this area here. Okay. And you're going to lightly fade it into its secondary color. A slight touch of water just to get the black. You need it dark, but you also need it pliable enough so you might have to shade it a little bit. You follow me? And I don't want to destroy a lot of the swirls you see in there. You know, I have confidence to do it like this because I know I can, like I say, if it gets a little crazy, I can I can wear it away. And I can like wipe it in there, go in other directions. Up and around in here. Where his face is. You see, I can shade that. I can do it a little bit better. On acrylic, when it's varnished, you're gonna need a little more paint, but you can get away with it because you can get away with this because one, you're not getting rid of all of the color. You're bringing him out a little bit more. You see, you can subtly shade him in. All right. No, his head is going to be in shadow. Only thing I can do for the head is lighten it up in spots like I did his muscles. And I really didn't expect nobody to really key in on his face. I would have to take a little bit of this bluish color and come over here by his cheekbones like this. So he's got the roundness of his cheekbones, got the little bridge and nostril of his nose. Okay. By his chin here. Up here. By the side of his head. His little earlobe, if you can even see it. You're not going to see too much of his. We can bring this out. We'll bring out his jawbone a little bit. Now, wait for it to fully dry. It'll match what you see there. Okay. Oh, he's talking about the flowers. Wait till he sees the merman pop up on his page. As you guys can see, once the bright hairs, once it dries, it flattens the color, which is fine. That's cool, you know. I'm looking at it, looking at it, looking at it. And I'm looking at it, looking at it, looking at it. I really don't want to do that. I kind of like what I see. I'll give that a little test. I'll give it a little test. I'm still looking at things. I'm still checking it out. No, I'm looking at. He doesn't know I am, but I'm still looking at Mike doing his thing while I'm doing my thing. Curve that around his head there. Give him a little curve there. All right, all right, all right. I don't like this. This can go away. I don't want that there. It really don't need to be there. Okay. All right. Metallic hair highlights? I highly doubt it. What you see is what you get. And plus, I don't have the metallic paint out here. And when I varnish it, you will see the metallic. It's just weird. It's weird how metallic affects light. And plus, it's a bear to photograph. There's actually a metallic gray in here. All this, which you might think is black, it's not. It's actually metallic gray. Uh, Yellow ochre, which is mixing in with the metallic gray. I'm just trying to think of the color. I'm trying to remember the colors I used. It was weird. It was a weird mix of color because some colors kind of blended together and it gave me this funky purple gray. So I think deep maroon was also in this because I had deep maroon, I had yellow ochre, I had the ultramarine, I had the glitter silver. The white base was extremely lucid. It was like glue, Floetrol, and water. Okay, and when you add water to glue and Floetrol like that, it unbinds a little bit. And when it does that, when heavier paint gets in it, okay, depending on the nature of that paint, it starts to spider out. Okay, it tries to form a cell, but it can't group together, so it just splinters, and that's what you see is a bunch of splinters. Okay, so this heavy glob of paint was the paint that was like really too heavy for all that watered down base coat. So what it did was it splintered it like just went in all sorts of directions. But it went in all sorts of directions. But the glob of paint, which is like it was up here, I just maneuvered it because I like the splinters, and I just maneuvered it, and it just kind of oozed and gooed right into this shape. While it was wet, I seen the face shape. It was more distorted than this. But as it dries, acrylic pour is in constant motion. So it dries and hardens and it kind of compacted a little bit to at least what the shape was. So, Oh yeah, that's what I said. It breaks the binder. Who's Ajax? It must be either. Well, it's got to be a dog. Yes, dog. Like I say, today was one of those days that What day is it? It's sad. It's Tuesday. Okay. Yeah, it was just one of those days where I didn't even drive to Troy. I didn't go anywhere today, really. Um, yeah, I went absolutely nowhere. Um, so thank you, Tamara. Ayak. What did I call it? I gave it a new name. It's Ayak. All right. I have two well, three chats. You guys don't see it, but the camera. Well, I'm looking at Mike's, but Mike's is giving me the circle of doom here. Why is it doing that? Um, yeah, mine's is giving me the circle of doom. I'm starting to stutter here too. Oh, I see the red. All right, it must have stopped. It's going red, yellow, green. Oh, great. So you guys can only hear part of me. It seems to go back to green now. No, it went back to yellow. It's acting crazy. All right. So my computer or the internet is acting squirrely again. Every once in a great while it does this. Nothing I can really do about it. Ayak is Tasmar. Okay, it's Tamara's goddaughter. Gotcha. Thank you. All right. All right. 10-year-old Sudanese girl. Gotcha. Might be good right now, but trust me, it's not. You'll see. We have a weird delay. When the video acts like this, the delay gets worse and worse. So I'm actually looking at my computer. If OBS is flashing red and yellow, and then green, and then it go back to yellow, then it go back to red. So something's going on. Um, then it, yeah, it's a little frustrating, but yeah, it's definitely on my end. But since it's happening on my end, I would presume it's happening with you guys. But if it's not, you know, that's why I usually would count on somebody to let me know um, if this thing is gonna behave itself or not. But I also know that every once in a great while, the internet here acts like that. It's just very. Oh, my coffee got cold. It can be very. Okay. Well, Linda, great. Larry playing the red light, green light. Well, to be honest with you, as I'm talking to you guys, I'm looking at Mike, but even Mike's giving me his thing is giving me the circle of death. So I'm gonna have to let me go out of there with him. All right, let's do it again. Oh, that's not what I want. Oh, I didn't want that either. Let's get rid of that. Let's go right back. Let's see if we can conjure Mike back up again. I don't hear him or anything. We'll try it again. No, it's still. Oh, there he is. Of course, I spelled good wrong. That's what happens when you type with your non-dominant hand. And I did it again twice. Dug it. There we go. Yeah, the buffering thing. Well, right now it seems to be okay, but um, it's crazy. I try not to smoke on camera. Okay. Yeah, it's acting weird. It is. Because I'm not really using the internet on my TV or anything. She's not using the internet. Well, she might be, but her using the internet is not as draining as what I'm doing. I mean, I'm soaking up all the heat when I turn this stuff on. So I know Mike says he has to get up pretty early tonight because he has he always has a very very early day wherever he works. He has to either get up at 4 or be there at 4. I think he has to get up at 4. I know he got one day that he gets up very early. I think that's on Wednesdays. So yeah, solar flare caused the weirdness too because I wasn't really getting all of that before. I would get the occasional glitch, like the little video tear or whatever, but the video really has been solid. Um, but I like what he did. Kind of gives me an idea, but I don't know. But I knew, guys, that I was going to do this. I just gotta revarnish this thing. Um, I can probably get away with taking a decent picture. I got $1,000 camera, and I'll take the picture with that. That camera's got a better ISO and aperture, much better than any camera I got in here for taking photos. And I can take a pretty decent photo of this thing. It'd be crisp and clear and everything. So you guys could really check it out. Um, but you know what? If somebody's interested, it'll be for sale. Um, I gotta go on and update my catalogs and stuff too. So, well, thank you, Kat. I appreciate it. Oh, no problem, Fatima. It's all good. Yeah, I see Tamara's comment. No, cigarettes is about as it got. I never drink alcohol. I just don't like the taste of it. I did like Bartles and James wine coolers, the grape flavor, but they're out of business. So, but I really don't. It's just I never did care for the taste of alcohol. So, but I believe that is it for us. Um, gotta put my outro off there. I think that's it. Other than those funky glitches and me shaking everybody and giving everybody agita when I manhandle the camera a little bit, but I think we're good. Here, I thank you guys for watching. Um, Boy, this lag is driving me crazy. It's the lag on my other on my tablet. It's driving me nuts. No, I don't do the Red Fox Sanford and Son Ripple. I finally seen what a bottle of Boone's Farm looked like. I thought it was just an imaginary name, but it's not. So, all right, guys. I appreciate you. I'm scratching my eyes. Ugh. Okay. And let me get this prepared for the next stream. So let me put this back over here. Oh, well, I'll see y'all later. All right. I'm just getting it prepared for the next time. There. I think we're pretty much at a decent, just put this back up here too. All right, I'll put that back. Uh, let's see. Yeah, it looks regular. Okay, it looks normal. Back to the way I usually would have it. I wouldn't usually bring that back up like that. That is what you guys are used to looking at right there. All right. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. I shall see you when I see you. Until next time. All right. Thank you, Larry. I'll see you guys. Take care. Bye bye.